The other thing that came to my mind, I think we can, wrap up on this, but I think it's important to touch on is, these are construction sites or on a farm, or if you're tearing down a mine somewhere, whatever you're doing with this, and people will be doing all kinds of stuff with it. You walk on the site and everybody's expecting one thing, and I walk on with this, over my shoulder. There's going to be, safety. The safety guy is going to come over. Can we cover that? Is it similar in design to your standard hoist? Are there any differences? Just sort of the setup of the safety and design, just so people understand if they see this on site, so they know what they're looking at.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So, like I said, we've been in business for 150 years. Safety is core to us. We want to make sure that everybody's safe doing their job, and everything we can do to ensure that we're going to do. Um, from a safety standpoint, um, we have overload protection on it. This actually has two forms of overload protection on it. So it's got an electric sensor that I mentioned before that'll tell you and stop operation, but it's also got a mechanical
Oh, okay.
system on that as well. So, nobody can sit there and try to lift more than they should, and prevent any damage or anything to the hoist, or, just be doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. So that's critical to us. The other part of it is the remote. Again, I mentioned about pulling the operator away, letting them stand in an area where they're safe and they're comfortable and away from, the load, from that standpoint. The other thing that we've integrated to this, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but this hoist is kind of hanging upside down almost from what you would traditionally see.
Right.
Your mounting hook is down here, which is usually, up in your anchor point. Reason why we did that is if you think about moving this from place to place in a construction environment or maintenance environment or anything like that, instead of having to lift the whole hoist up over your head, getting attached to that mounting point, now what you can do is just take the chain, right? A real light hook, go up and hook that up into your anchor point, and then use the hoist itself to lift itself plus the load. The other nice thing about that is most of the time when you're running a hoist, you're by the load, whether you're clicking onto the load or installing it up in the air. So you're always going to be close to the battery. So if you do get in that position where I mentioned, hey, your low battery light comes on, you're likely going to be right next to the hoist whenever you're done with your lift. Put in a
Right.
new battery, you're ready to go.